Senate Minority Whip Dick Durbin is demanding a formal review of FBI Director Kash Patel's use of the Bureau's private jet. It comes after Durbin said credible whistleblowers came forward, saying that Patel's travel had delayed the Bureau's response to two major crimes. Durbin also cited Patel's travel to the Olympics, where he was filmed celebrating and chugging beer with the U.S. men's hockey team. He accused him of joyriding. Joining us now, MS Now senior investigative reporter Carol Leonnig, who was first to report Patel's use of the FBI's jet to the Olympics. Carol, what more can you tell us now about this whistleblower's accusations and the reaction inside the FBI?
Well, Chris, I've never actually seen reaction like this inside the FBI. There is a depth and a breadth to the outrage of people who currently work there, including people who were, in their private lives, Trump supporters and supporters of the president's agenda. So not liberal leaning or inclined to dislike the FBI director, but they are feeling really ashamed of some of his choices in terms of his use of FBI resources and this very expensive Gulfstream jet that took and ferried Kash Patel to the Olympics in Italy at a cost that they estimate will be somewhere between $100,000 just for the flight and hundreds of thousands of dollars for the travel. I want to say one thing about Dick Durbin's letter, in which he asks the General Accounting Office, the Government Accountability Office, and the Inspector General for the Justice Department to investigate two incidents of Patel's use of his jet that compromised, in his view, the actual mission. Investigations involving Charlie Kirk's shooting and murder, and also a mass shooting at Brown University in December of 2025. In both of these instances, Durbin said he had whistleblowers who were claiming that Patel's use of the jet made it either difficult or impossible for others to respond in a timely way in the FBI to those two investigations. I want to add one more thing, Chris, if you don't mind giving me this luxury. Ken Delaney and my colleague and I were reporting and learning about this Brown University snafu days before the Durbin letter came out, and we were poised to report on this, but we were still trying to gather new information. Our sources had the same accusation against Patel, which was that his flight for the weekend to Florida meant there was only one other jet available to take emergency evidence collection teams to Brown University during the mass shooting, and they were not able to take that plane because that second plane just wasn't available to them.
So in one of these cases, and we are out of time, didn't they have to get in a car and drive many, many hours to get to the place where they needed to do the investigating?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. In a snowstorm and in the middle of the night, agents who are experts in evidence and crime scene reconstruction drove from Virginia to Rhode Island, which, is okay if you're going on vacation in the summertime, but if you're an FBI expert trying to get to a mass shooting where a man is on the loose, the suspected shooter is on the loose and ends up within the next few hours shooting and killing another person, this is pretty time sensitive and important.
Carol Leonnig, thank you.